Hello my little goblins, we're back with another deck profile. And what did I say in the last video? I said I was going to revisit Blackwing because I wasn't confident with the deck we had. So now we have a different version of the deck. This deck is like a Blackwing with a splash of Raid Raptor. And our turn ones are incredibly powerful. We can easily go into Y-Strix, which lets us go into Ultimate Falcon. And we can set up a Kali King duo on our opponent's turn, which pretty much locks them out of their turn, and we just restart our turn and just win the game from there. So yeah, it's pretty insane. At least on paper, it sounds really good. Now let's talk about some of these ratios. Yeah, I feel like you need 3 of these. We took out the small worlds because the small worlds were kind of like, I don't think we need Simone as much with this deck. Like, it's important, but it's not like game breaking, you lose the game, because it's actually more important to go into being able to go into like 4-Strix or the Y-Strix to combo off into our other plays. This deck also goes into Arc Rebellion much easier as well with the rank up spell. Not the rank up spell, with Raider's Night. Just because this deck can go into Raider's Night a lot easier. So yeah, we're running an instant fusion to help with hand traps. And we're also running a red reboot for trap cards. So if we end up going second, we can actually play through back row decks. I've been playing against a lot of back row decks, so we included this. We'll see how it does in the recap. But yeah, this is how we're doing it. And let's get into some games and see how the deck performs. Hello, everybody. We're here with game number 1. And oh my gosh, do we have a celebrity? Is that Messi? What is he doing here? I thought he was playing around in the World Cup. Is he even in the World Cup? I think he is. I don't know if he's been around forever, dude. I don't know how old he is. But then again, Ronaldo's in the World Cup and he's fucking a million years old. Looks like he's 20. So yeah, we're gonna lead off with our Black Whirlwind play. So this is gonna kind of play. You're gonna be. I know we're going second. And we're kind of just showing us going second, but I just wanted to showcase this because we're playing against Messi, which is pretty neat in my opinion. Look how many cards we get. Don't you love getting this many cards? We go into 4-Strix. 4-Strix is going to grab most likely, yes, Strangle. So we're gonna get rid of that. Bam. Bam. You want to get rid of... So this is another thing I've learned. If you have Blackwing cards to summon, it's not a big deal because you can... Sometimes you might not want to get rid of the Blackwing cards because you have other ones to summon first. But with Y-Strix and also the rank 7, you can summon Zephyros from the deck. Which is actually really nice. So we're going to get the rank up spell. We go into Rusty. And this is a misplay. This is a misplay here. You shouldn't go into Rusty first. We should have used rank up magic skip. I just kept getting notification over here, so I didn't know what the fuck he had. But you really should be using the rank up spell first. We're going to pop that. Take 25. We're pretty much just going to kill him. He's going to activate Lord in Heavenly Prison, trying to block. He's trying to set up this stupid little Rango play. Scumbag. That ain't happening. We're just going to go into Gaga. He's going to Solemn Judgment Gaga. This deck has a lot of resilience, though. Zephyros can bounce one of our Black Whirlwinds. And then we have the trap. Boom. Remember... Yeah, I also want to point out for this replay particularly, like, we're not going for, like, the ultimate board. We're going for a win. So the cards might have seemed weird, but that's because we're just trying to extend it to a win. Like, it's when they're at 5,500 life, it's pretty easy to kill someone, right? Alright, let's get to the next one. Hello and welcome to game number 2. And our hand is actually looking pretty decent. Pretty juice, I would say. Our opponent is playing So actually, you want to know what's weird? Our opponent looks like they're playing a frog deck, but it's like kind of like a small. It's a small frog package, but they're playing Eldritch. They're playing Eldritch with a small frog package, and it made me think that they're playing fucking like frogs when they're actually not. Then he activates anti-spell fragrance. Alright, so you know what's amazing about Simone? Simone actually goes around the anti-spell fragrance. Alright, well, we're gonna go into Simone here. By the way, guys, I'm showing games where I go second for a reason. Because games where I go first, a lot of times are complete blowouts. You're gonna end up seeing those. It's pretty crazy. But he's gonna pop my dude. Take my dude. This is actually really good. We wanted to bait that out so we can normal summon. And he has no stops for me, which is amazing. And honestly, I kept getting notification that he has something. So I kept summoning shit to see if he would fucking use a spell. But he hasn't been using anything, so I'm just going to go into full Armor Master. And we're going to be taking his Totally Awesome. And there we go into 4 Strix. Yeah, our opponent's absolutely fucked here. And no, it doesn't look like it, but he might have not died exactly there, but he was very, very close to dying. Still don't know what that back row card was, but pretty much we're going to go into Phantom Knight Rusty. Rusty, we would be able to pop the spell fragrance and then completely fucking pop off. So that's why I was saying he was going to be screwed. Hello everybody, this is game number 3, and alright, we're gonna show the God board and how we're doing it. This is our hand's kind of mediocre too, to be completely honest. Like, it definitely could be a lot better. Like, we don't have Simone, we don't have any of that combo going on. But we don't really need it, to be completely honest. We're going to go into Y-Strix here. Y-Strix is going to get our Zephyros. The reason why we get Zephyros is because Zephyros has a very good reoccurring effect with Black Whirlwind. And you go into Stranger Falcon. That's going to get our rank up. Just flip it up. This is pretty much basically how you do the combo. We're actually going to go a step beyond the combo and do some unnecessary shit just to show how easy it is to do. So we go into Rusty. The reason why we special summoned, by the way, is because we only run one of these in the deck, and since it was in our hand, we can't actually use this card to what do you call it, to send it to the deck to get the spell. So we just did it this way, which is completely fine. Because this what you can banish it from the graveyard to grab the rank up spell that you need. So we're gonna grab that rank up spell. Zephyros is gonna come out. We're gonna go into Barolo Savage, and remember, for the combo we need Arsenal to go to the graveyard. So we bring him back. You go into Gagaga. Gaga's gonna bring back Arsenal. So now let's look at the board. We have a negate in case our opponent. I'm really not sure what they could play, but in case they had something, I will say this board is still acceptable. Like, if he had Lava Golem and he Lava Golems here, I'm pretty fucked. Or if he Lava Golems here, like, I only have a negate. But this board's kinda to play around a Kaiju. So, like, if your opponent's smart, when they start their turn, they have priority because you can only activate this in the main phase. So if they Kaiju the Arsenal Falcon, right? At least you have a negate, like an Omni negate, as a backup, and they still have to deal with Ultimate Falcon. Otherwise, This is just gonna, like, otherwise this is redundant because Kali's gonna negate it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So, like, if you could go into Kali or Borolo, just go and do the Kali play. Because, I mean, if they have the answer, they have the answer. Not much you can do about it. So, look at that. Kali Yugioh. Kali Yugioh's effect activates. It's not even like an activate effect. It just happens automatically. He just quits because his whole fucking deck's useless. I kind of feel bad because it looks like he was playing like a Harpy Lady deck. Hello, here with game number 4, and this one's a little less interesting, but I just wanted to show you why I've been showing a more going second matches, because this is what happens when you have a very powerful going first. So when you go first and your opponent Ash Blossoms, so first Black Whirlwind activation, you still get one off because you have Oster. And boom. Add. Summon. You go into full Armor Master. Y-Strix. I mean, your opponent's pretty boned here. Already. Shit's already looking rough for him. That should activate his effect. We got a rank up. We also naturally have the rank up in hand too. So we don't even need to do anything for we don't even need to do anything with the Rusty. We're still gonna go into Rusty, but we don't really need to. Arsenal Falcon. Summon. So now we have a card on the field. We are pretty much going to be able to set up the Kali Yugioh play very easily. And the opponent already knows that. And sometimes when I'm going first, if I summon Full Metal, Full Armor Master, people will just concede right there because they have no outs in their deck. So they're like, oh, well, I give up. Hello, this is game number 5. And again, we're going second because as you've seen, going first, people will just concede very quickly. So I can't really do much about that. Plus, honestly, the gameplay is a little repetitive, I would say. So I'm playing against Scareclaw. Pretty hype. The thing about Scareclaw is we do have cards in the deck. We don't really care about the Scareclaw boss monster. Like, we have a lot of cards in the deck that just don't give a shit. Like, most of these cards going in defense, they don't care. Ultimate Raptor is not going... Ultimate Falcon's not going to be affected. He's not going to be shifted into defense. Neither is Full Armor. So, like, I have 2 cards that completely make this card null and void. We're going to start with Black Whirlwind. We have a very powerful start, by the way. Getting double Black Whirlwind out is pretty gross. We also have the Call by the Grave, too. For when, if they have Maxi or something like that. Maxi's the biggest problem playing against. We're just fucking summoning everything. We're going to Raptor Forstrix. So the reason why I could... Oh, by the way, the reason why I couldn't do the whole, grabbing the other Blackwing that we normally grab, the little chickie, is because my attack is lowered by this stupid field spell, right? Which made it so he only had 1200 attack, I think. And the 1200 attack, it's not enough to grab the chickie because it's 1300 attack. So it kind of fucked me over. I'm not gonna lie. It's a good thing we're playing through it, right? Grab Raider's Wing. Set the magic skip. I mean, you're still gonna... I know this looks like normally we'd be going for an OTK, but we can't really do the OTK line because it just gets shifted. Like, we can't go Arc Rebellion because it gets shifted to defense. So it doesn't really do much. So we pop one of his cards because we can. We rank up. Just make sure when you're doing this stuff, never get rid of this as material or this card effect won't activate. And then we go into Rusty. So Rusty's going to be a big help getting rid of this shit. And then we have Ultimate Falcon. Rusty effect activate, pop. Nope, I guess not. We're just going to combo the fuck off here. And remember, we have a rank up card in our hand. It's not the rank up card we want, but the Silent Boots can grab the other rank up card, so it's not a big deal. Like, if you go into the trap first, it's not a big deal, because the Rusty Boots can grab the rank up card for you. Boom. So now we got it. Boom, we just set everything. Take a K. Now our opponent's fucked. There's no way they win the game. It's pretty over for them. He activates this. Sorry. Goodbye, friend. Your turn is over. But honestly, Kali Yuga's like doing this combo is so broken. I mean, the only reason why I would say it's not like super insanely broken is the fact that you do have to wait. Like, you have to wait until the main phase, so your opponent gets priority. But jeez, if you don't have Kaiju, you're just fucked. Hello, we're in the 6th and final game, and our hand is looking cracked. So we're gonna activate Instant Fusion to start off. And you might say, why didn't you activate Blackwing to start off? Well, I'm stupid. I actually fucked up. I literally should have done that. It would have gave me an insane start. But honestly, our hand's good enough. Like, we can do the full combo anyway with this. So it's not the end of the world. We go into Strange Falcon. Get our thingy. Activate. So the reason why it's not the end of the world is because we have Raider's Wing still to activate. And we also have Zephyros' effect to activate. That's going to give us our Gagaga. Right? So we get our Ultimate Falcon. So if you're wondering what this Millennium Eye is going to do, this Millennium Eye just protects me from hand traps. So it would protect me against one hand trap right now. So if you had like the Nibiru or some shit, we would actually be Gucci right now. We just suck them up, that's what happens. Alright, well, the game's over. And this is why I say the game's over. He has to have, like, this is not the play. Like, his first play can't be Pot of E. You know? So now he has to suffer. You go into Duel with Don King, Kali Yuga. Everything's negated. His whole turn is, like, non-existent. He's playing this water control deck. Which is, I'm not even going to say it's that cringe, because I actually like the deck. But look, he's going to think he can play around it. But Kali Yuga, yeah, he can heavy storm the field. Heavy storm the field, why not? And he concedes because he's like, what the fuck? That's so stupid. Why is that a card? Hello and welcome back, my little children. And I just want to say thank you for watching this far. And I appreciate if you hit that little subscribe button. It's such a little button. What's the harm in pressing it? So, other than pressing the subscribe button, you should also join the Discord, where cool things happen on there. We have a lot of fun stuff. We're almost at 200 members, which is pretty fucking awesome, if you think about it. That's 200 weirdos playing a children's card game that you could talk with. If that isn't like the dream, I don't know what is. So let's get into the actual recap of the deck. So, how did the deck do? And bigger question, was it better than the other deck? So, yes, it did okay, and kinda. So, going first, this deck did phenomenal. Like, going first, this deck absolutely blew the other deck out of the water, because the other deck really had no going first game plan. It was strictly a going second deck, which in this current format, since almost everyone wants to go first, not that big of a deal. But I just felt like you going second with that deck was still very difficult to get the OTK off, right? Whereas this deck, if you go first, and your opponent only has like one hand trap or two hand traps for you, or they have max C and you end up stopping the max C, it's a free win. Like, doing the Kali Yuga play is almost a free win against, like, I would say like 85% of decks, because there's a good amount of decks still playing like Kaijus and stuff, but they also have to open Kaiju in their hand, so it's a double whammy there. Now, how's this deck going second? Going second, the deck was alright. We don't have that many going second cards, but neither did the other deck that was up. So, we actually have, I feel like we have more going second cards. I mean, we have less hand traps, but we have Red Reboot, which is very strong against trap decks. And let me just tell you, I barely played against any trap decks, so this didn't do that much. When it did do what it needed to do, I think it was against a Dynamorphia deck, and it was just an instant win. Like, they flipped up their trap card, I Red Rebooted them, and they just conceded. So, when it does work, it's broken, and when it doesn't, it's not. And I know some of you guys are going to say, this isn't a Blackwing deck, you only have one boss. Well, we have, most of the deck is Blackwing, so I don't know what to tell you. This is like a Blackwing Kali Yuga deck, pretty much. Blackwing Turbo Kali Yuga with Raid Raptors. It's not my fault the archetypes work well together. I don't know. So, would I say, is this deck better than the other one? I would say slightly. I think the other one was still fine. You could definitely hit Diamond with it. I mean, we could climb, it's fine. This deck has a lot of... So the thing that's annoying about this deck is if you do not go first, it feels so rough to win. And I know going second doesn't feel that bad, but I feel like if we just alter that first deck that we did in the other video, if we just alter that deck a little bit so it's better going second, like has more going second cards, I feel like it could be really strong. I think the big problem with that deck was, even though it was a going second deck, it felt like there was like no, like we had Harpies. That's it. We had no Lightning Storms, no Droplets, no yada yada. And I know the person said, oh, well, we don't run those because we need like 3 to 4 cards to combo off. But it's not necessarily true, because Simone by itself is kind of like a 1 or 2 card combo. So, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. All I'm going to say is the deck was pretty fun. I would say this deck's more fun than the other one. I had more fun. It might be because I'm sadistic and I like making people suffer. And this deck makes people quit the game, so that's always enjoyable. Love shrinking the fan base in the game I make content on. Real fun. But seriously, on a level 1 to 10, I think I gave the other one a 7.5. I would say this deck's probably a solid 7.5 as well. But I would actually give it an 8. If you're going first, it's like a solid 8. Because it's a very high chance you're going to win. Going second, though, feels abysmal. And a tier list, this is still a rogue tier deck. I mean, there's no way this would be anything other than rogue tier at the moment. The good thing is you'll catch people off guard, because people won't know what to Ash, what the... You know what I mean? They won't know what to negate, which is in your benefit. Unless you play against a seasoned player. If you play against someone like me who has like thousands of hours in this fucking game, then they'll probably know what to negate, and then you're screwed. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and guess what? I'm going to come up with another video. So hit that subscribe button already. And let me know down in the comments what you want to see next. And like this video. Like it. Thank you. That's all I ask.